Hey, sugar lovers. This is your boy MC Alpha. I'm back on set like I never left. Yes, like I never left.
But of course you left.
Get the joke, man.
Live your life.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
Dave kama kawa, kama dawa.
Kamau, welcome to the Kalahari Desert. That storm will be with you shortly.
Slow down. Dust ahead.
Kivumbi reloaded.
Kivumbi.
And we have crazy stories.
Talking of Kivumbi, girl power, mwana Kivumbi. The results came in. I know you had that conversation. I think on Wednesday.
Oh my God.
And today, being on set for me is when I get to say girl power Kivumbi. Kivumbi.
Why?
Do you remember when there was elections? I think elections in 2017, and I think one of the TV channels in Kenya was running a tagline. It was Kivumbi 2017. Now, for those who speak the Queen's language from the states of the USA, it's called dust.
Of A.
You saw dust. The girl power union. Dust. And for me, I can't wait for the revoking of this climate change.
Wait, uko hapa na climate change. Dude is about to repeal the law that enables people to identify as something else. He said that gender is assigned at birth. Hii mambo kuniambia that I am a girl trapped in a man's body, amesema hataki.
And for me, 100%. Especially on baby. An adult, you can make your decision. You are an adult, make your decision without influence, okay? Wherever, I always ask myself, in some clubs, you have to be 25 years for you to go into. But you're trying to convince me that a child who is 7 and 8 years can choose their gender.
Man. Yeah, the land of the brave, mazee. Apparently, hatujakuwa brave enough huku kwetu.
For the record, it's tea. You can see the tea bag.
For me, you'll notice I'm a tidbit silent on this matter. It's because I'm so tired of those narratives. I was watching this show, and I think everybody should watch it still. It's called What is a Woman? What is a Woman by a guy called Ben Shapiro.
This is the guy who goes asks randomly on the street.
Yes. What is a woman?
Yes, and then he sits down and have a conversation.
Yes,
exactly. Yes, this guy called Ben, he goes ahead to ask people of the female gender what particularly is the meaning of a woman. And oh my God, those I think they are 1 hour. It's 1 hour 30 minutes of full drama, chaos. Because at some point, a certain lady fires up, and she's responsible for teaching kids about this thing about sexuality, transgender, and all. And she's like, why a woman is a woman? And when this guy plunges further to get to understand, okay, what do you mean a woman is a woman? She suddenly gets so mad about it. And she's like, a woman is a person who identifies as a woman. You realize, so these conversations about gender and all, I think the things that honestly myself I'm so tired to dwell on.
Mine for the actually the problem that for me I think that is there. It's some people think they're too woke, and when people have a different opinion from them, and because they think they have an audience, they think you are wrong.
I think that the last part where you have an audience, emphasize on that.
Yes, and for me, I always say it takes one man with courage to veto status quo. And for me, as much as people might say the presidency of Trump has major repercussions, whatever, I think those are the people who are afraid of being challenged on the status quo that they have created by the philosophy of being woke. I know people will come at me on this because of my opinion or this podcast of what we are saying, but for me, that's what I believe. I believe at times some wokenness or whatever wokeness or whatever they believe in is too, they don't want to be challenged on what is truth. Because literally, apart from you being born male or female, it's only a certain condition where you have both organs, you are referred as a what? A hermaphrodite, or right? And it's because biologically you've been born with two organs, right? There are people over its time who develop a condition where you might be born male, but the hormones in your body have a hormonal imbalance. You may grow breasts, okay? You might have those hormonal imbalances within your body. You don't have enough testosterone or something else. So there are certain conditions. And actually, when you come to the pharma world and the doctors had a way of treating these conditions with artificial hormones to balance the body. So the conditions were being reversed. Why would a man identify as a woman? Just because you feel like being a woman?
I think it all stemmed a while back when the debate about homosexuality and gayism, lesbianism was now being introduced in the West, and more people were coming out to identify as gay people and lesbians. And so it morphed over time, because even when you see in the word LGBTQ plus IA, all those whatever letters, the ones that do begin is LG, lesbians and gays. Those are the people who initiated the movement. So if you can go against the status quo, where a man has sexual relations with another man and a woman has sexual relations with another woman.
Okay. Even at point where some women have deep voices that is, and doctors can correct me who have the background of farmer background, they can correct my this point if I'm wrong. But what I'm saying is, it has been there, but people tried. I don't know even who came up with the other agenda.
And they pushed that agenda. It started off as those two things. Now with time, it becomes to a point where, this is my thinking, nothing statistical or proven scientifically. I think when it now grows over time, and you realize that even still with the same-sex relationship, same gender relationship, you realize that there's someone who has to be dominant and the other person has to be submissive. It still follows the pattern of nature, right?
Yes.
And
because you find even for the lesbian, there's one who is a stud.
Exactly. And the other one who's girlish.
So at the end of the day, there's male and female, even in those relationships.
Even in those relationships. So since, and this is my line of thinking, since there wasn't a way of, they didn't want to stop. They didn't want to stop being gays. They didn't want to stop being lesbians. So it morphed into something else. Now you could, as a man, identify as a woman so that you could fit in the natural setting that allows you, that requires you to either have a dominant male and a submissive female in the same-sex gender relationship.
You guys are making it way too complicated, and I'm here thinking you guys are going way too far. Funny thing, if you take the concepts of gender identifications, you know, even in the olden days in the Bible, these things existed. I think the problem we have right now is not just about people identifying as whatever they want to identify, is the labeling part for me. The fact that you have to label somebody as bi, as transgender, as gay, as lesbian, I think that's where the first mistake happened. Because you see, say with LG, then B, then T, then Q, and now plus. Meaning that for every letter alphabet that is included, something new comes in.
I want to ask a very stupid question. What is queer?
Queer is someone who, and I'm not getting this off the definition of the books, but how I understand it, a queer person is, particularly attracted. And maybe that's asexual, someone who's not typically attracted to any of the gender. So that's a queer. They're just like that.
What are they attracted to?
Nothing. So you're queer.
What about who say they're gender fluid?
I would let that slide us by.
No.
A gender fluid person is
because today they wake up and say, "Today I'm he."
So that's
tomorrow they identify as she.
Maybe that's now the gender fluid part.
So that's my point. Why would they just settle for bi? Because you would swing with either side depending on the mood in the morning.
Well, I think for bi is a bit specific. Bi, you know you're a woman, but you're attracted to a woman and a man.
As they are bi men.
But you know you're a woman, right? You know you're a man, you know you're a woman, but you know you can swing both ways. But gender queer, your personality, your identity changes. Today you're a woman, tomorrow you're a man.
Can I identify as an egg?
Apparently they do.
If you identify as an egg, allow me to say this, please, eggs do not walk, eggs do not talk, eggs do not think. Eggs sit on the egg tray and they wait to be broken and cooked. So please, if you're an egg, wait for your cooking to come. If you're a cat,
wait. You can't pull the word come out of this sentence and let it slide like that. Niliwaambia chungeni maneno mnatupa kwa vitu kama hizi. These are sensitive matters.
Oh my God.
You say the dust.
I'm sorry for figure lovers.
Tumefika.
Figure lovers.
Now we are here. We have arrived.